look, this conversation's been going for a while now, and you know, we've been together for a long time. And if we're being honest with each other, I guess we've both let ourselves go a little bit, you know. We've got a little bit older, we've certainly gotten a little bit fatter. You have. But today, the lies stop. I just want us to make a promise to each other. I want you to promise me you'll just remember the good times.
그대가 내게 다가온다면 내게 말해줘 영원히 함께라고 그래 그럴까 나직한 고백 그 목소리에 내 맘이 떠올라요 Would you come be my lover 포근하게 안아줄래요 안아달라 그 한마디에 따스한 온기 전해줘 그대였나 봐
And I'll make a promise to you. And that promise is I swear today's video is going to be short. No, really, I know I've said it before, but today's video is going to be really short. Look, I've got a number of things on the go. I'm doing a current review of a Viofo 3-channel dash camera, which is working out really well, but it is kind of like a beta, it's in testing, so I've got to send some feedback to the guys, and then once they've had a chance to respond to the feedback, we'll get the video up and you can have a look at that. But I'm also currently in testing a 45 litre dual zone brass monkey. You know, depending on where I'm going and where I'm camping and all that sort of stuff, the back of the Pajero takes a number of different forms, and I'm trying to come up with just a solution that I'm really happy with. Now, one of the things I often do is store stuff in the back here of the Pajero. When I talk about the back of the Pajero, I'm talking about this space here, which is on top of the third row footwell, or third row seat would normally sit here. You can see here, they're pretty much just a standard 2-latch box. It's a really solid seal, but they've got these little, I guess, cutouts on the ends, which makes them really handy for strapping down. So what you can do is just take one of these cam lock straps, one of the longer ones that I've got, so you can run these straps up through here, do any sort of shape you want. This is typically how I would do it, something along those lines, and then just out this one. Now I've got jerry cans and all sorts of stuff that I'll tie down in this configuration over the back of the Pajero, but I'm really loving these little boxes. So that being said though, when I try and strap them down in the corners, I'm using, I don't know whether these are just tie down, cargo tie down points, or whether they're actually meant for baby seats, I'm not really sure. The problem I've got with these is once I put things down here and I start pulling on these start to get bent out of shape. Mine have been in and out a number of times, and they do come out pretty easy if you just pop up this little center cap here, just like that. You will note there is a screw under there, and it will just screw out. But I've not been real happy with the strength of these things. Might have the screw going into the car itself and into the metal, which it does. At the end of the day, you're still just strapping onto this plastic, and that's where we're losing strength. So I've been meaning to do this for quite a while. Is what I've done. So what I've done is I've gone down to Bunnings and I've grabbed myself a couple of eye bolts with a 6mm on the bottom, which is hopefully a match for these, because I did go out and buy the 8mm. I eyed it up and I bought 8mm, and I started shooting the video and I went to put them in and I went, ah shit, these don't fit. So anyway, so we've gone out and we've bought a couple of these 6mm eye bolts, nothing to them. See, the screw section is similarly sized, a little bit longer than the actual eye bolt that we've got. So what I'm going to be doing is actually taking this piece out. So that normally just sits in there like that, and that becomes your hook. But we don't need that anymore, so I'm taking that out, because what happens is on the bottom of that there's actually a plastic piece, so the eye bolt, if we leave that in, would need to go through that and then through this bottom piece, and it doesn't leave us enough to work with. So what we're going to do is just take out that center section, drop this piece back in because we want to use this to hold down this piece of interior there, and then quite literally just screw her in. Now I'm going to use the screwdriver just to do that last little bit. Go sideways, and you can see how much more solid that is than this plastic piece. So we can still obviously fit our strap through there, and that is going to be a lot more solid than those plastic things. So when I'm going to be tying down all these boxes, and I'm going to be putting jerry cans and stuff over the back with fuel in them, 20 litres of fuel, so that's 20 kilos each, and then trying to strap those down over the back here, I'm going to have a lot more confidence in this than I am in this. So anyway, I'm going to do the other side. These back in here, we can stack them up. We can really do any configuration we want with these. That's what I really, really like about them. Now if you're going to do this and you're going to get these boxes and you're going to buy the straps, buy a longer one, because if you're going to go through these, what you need to do is then make a trip back. So I've actually had 6 of these, so 4 of these tacked up and a couple of jerry cans all jammed in here. So it's worth having the extra strap. I think this one is actually like a 6 metre, so this one is actually too long. And you literally just come back over, go to the cam, push it through, and just give her a crank, tighten her up. Do whatever you want with that, it doesn't matter, it's in the back. But as you can see, when you strap them down, you go through both sides, they're rigid as. And when you put 2 of these together, stack them up, they come up to pretty much the same height as a jerry can, so you can run these through your handle of your jerry can, and it just makes for a real good, I guess, cargo experience. These boxes are only about 10 bucks each or something with Bunnings, so I've got half a dozen of them. I'm going to go back and get some more. I think the eye bolts are about 3 or 4 bucks, so they weren't very expensive. And these straps are about 5 bucks. I really just wanted to share another option, I suppose, as far as carrying cargo in the back of your Pajero, and just giving you a quick little mod over the back there to make those tie down points a little bit more solid. I've never been a fan of those. That's the video, get out of here, thanks for stopping by, still love you.